Well, it's now or never. Come hold me tight. Alright, 62, the neurodevelopment disorder, DSM-5, an adult spending hours reading out timetables, some functions and routine may relate to appear hyper or high hyper, I guess hypomania style, to sensory input manifest through extreme response to specific sound or texture, excessive smiling to or touching of objects functioning with lights or spinning object, and sometimes apparent in a difference to pain, heat or cold. I guess it's like sadism and masochism, right? Or weirdness, action, extreme reaction to or rituals involving taste, smell, texture, or appearance of food, or excessive food restriction, or common and maybe presting features of autism spectrum disorder. I guess veganism is not like your style, guys? Because sadism is not in the menu when you're talking about global warming. Many individuals with autism spectrum disorder without intellectual or language in behaviors like rocking or finger flicking may serve an anxiolytic or self-shooting functioning. I guess some terrorists could relate it to autism. Special interests may be a source of pleasure and motivation and provide avenues for education and implement later in life. Diagnostic criteria may be met when restrict repetitive patterns of behavior, interest, or activities were clearly present during childhood or at the same time in past, even if symptoms are no longer present. What about other life, huh? Just kidding, you don't believe in God. Criterion D required that you believe that we are a battery, like in the movies Matrix with Keanu Reeves. I guess this is all the feature you got with the resolution and big screen and pumping machine of sound, like big, home theater, right? Criterion D requires that the feature must be cause clearly significant impairment in the social communication defects, all through sometime accomplished by intellectual development disorder, are not in line with individuals. The development level impairments excess difficult expect on the basis of developmental level. I guess when you work and you do something you love, it's quite good. Standardized behavioral diagnostic instrument with good psychometric properties available and can improve related of diagnosis over time and across clinicals. However, the symptoms of autism spectrum disorder occur as this dimension without an universally clinic one. Universally accepted cut-off scores for what would constitute disorder. Those the diagnosis remain and clinical one, taking all available information into account and is not slowly detected by the score on the particular questionnaire or observed measure. Assist feature: many individuals with autism spectrum disorder also have intellectual and or language impairments, slow to talk language, compression behind production. Even those with average or high intelligence usually have an unviewing profile of abilities. The gap between intellectual and adaptive functional skill is often large. It is common for individuals with autism to have theory of mind defects, to have difficulty seeing the world from another person's perspective, but these are not necessarily present in all cases. Executive function defects are also common but not specific, as are difficulties with central coherency, being able to understand context or to see the big picture, and those tending to overfocus on details. Motor defects are often present, including odd gait, clumsiness, and other abnormal motor sight. Walking on tip-top, self-injuries, head banging, beating the wrist may occur, and this disruptive, challenging behavior are more common in children and adults with autism spectrum disorder than other disorders, including, I guess it's orientation, man, including intellectual developmental disorder. Some individuals develop catatonic-like motor behavior, slowing and freezing mid-action, but these are typically not of the magnitude of catatonic episode. However, it is possible for individuals with autism spectrum disorder to experience marked deterioration in motor symptoms and display a full catatonic episode with symptoms such as mutism, posturing, gramking, and waxy flexibility. The risk period for comorbid catatonia appears to be great in the adolescent years. Prevalence frequency for autism spectrum frequency for autism spectrum disorder across the United States have been reported to be between 1% and 2% of the population, with similar estimate in child and adult samples. Yeah, cool. Stay tuned for the next